I'm 68 years old, and I'm holding a photograph right now of a man I barely recognize. It's me at 28, standing in front of my first office building. Big smile, new suit, briefcase in hand. I thought I had it all figured out. I was going to work hard, climb the ladder, make something of myself, and I did. For 40 years, I chased that dream. And you know what I'm holding in my other hand? Another photograph. My daughter's 7th birthday. I'm not in this picture. I was at work that day, closing a deal. I remember telling my wife, I'll make it up to her. This deal is important. That was 41 years ago. And I'm still trying to make it up to her. Let me tell you about the wrong thing I chased and why. If you're doing the same thing right now, you need to stop before it's too late. I grew up poor, not starving poor, but the kind of poor where you wear hand-me-downs and you know which nights are beans and rice nights. My father worked in a factory, came home exhausted, died at 56, and I promised myself, I'm never going to be like that. I'm going to make money, real money. So I worked 60 hours a week in my 20s, 70 hours in my 30s, 80 hours in my 40s. I thought I was building security. I thought I was being responsible. I thought, this is what a good man does. He provides. Here's another photograph I'm holding. My wedding day. Beautiful day. We were so young. My wife, Sarah, she's looking at me in this picture like I'm everything. We got married when I was 25. She was 23. And I remember on our honeymoon, I took work calls. She laughed about it then. That's my ambitious husband, she'd say. She stopped laughing about it around year 10. We divorced when I was 52, 27 years of marriage. And you know what she said when she left? I've been a widow for 20 years. I'm just making it official. I didn't understand what she meant. I was there. I came home every night. But she was right. I wasn't there. I was always thinking about work, about the next deal, about getting ahead. Even when I was sitting right next to her, I was gone. You can't get those years back. I look at this wedding photo now, and I want to scream at that young man. She's right there. She loves you. Pay attention. But he can't hear me. I chased the wrong thing. I chased money, and I thought money would give me everything else. Security, respect, happiness, freedom. You know what money gave me? A nice apartment that's too quiet, a retirement account I barely touch, and photographs of people who aren't in my life anymore. Let me tell you about my son. Here's his picture. He's 5 years old here, missing his front teeth. He wanted to play catch that day. I told him I had to finish a report. Later, buddy, Dad's gotta work. You know how many times I said that? Hundreds, maybe thousands. And one day, he stopped asking. He's 38 now, lives in California. We text, maybe once a month. Short texts. Happy birthday, Dad. Thanks, son. How are you? Good. Busy with work. Yeah, me too. He learned from the best, didn't he? He's making the same mistake I made. And when I try to tell him, when I try to warn him, he doesn't listen. Because he's 38. He thinks he has time, just like I did. Here's what nobody tells you when you're young and ambitious. Success is a trap. Because every time you achieve something, the goalpost moves. I made my first big promotion at 30. I thought, okay, now I can relax. I didn't relax. I wanted the next promotion. Made partner at 35. Okay, now I can slow down. I didn't slow down. I wanted to make the most money in the firm. Hit my first million in savings at 42. Okay, now I have security. I didn't feel secure. I wanted 2 million. The goalpost always moves. And before you know it, you're 68 years old. And you realize you spent your entire life chasing something that was never going to make you happy. I'm looking at another photograph now. It's Thanksgiving, 1995. My whole family around the table. My wife, my 2 kids, my parents, my sister. I'm in the photo. But I remember that day. I was thinking about work the entire time. I left early to prep for a Monday meeting. My mom died 3 years later. And you know what I remember most about her last years? All the dinners I skipped. All the phone calls I kept short because I was busy. All the times she wanted to tell me something. And I was distracted. I thought I'd have more time. You always think you'll have more time. My father, here's his picture, he died when I was 45. Heart attack. Just like that. I was in a business meeting when I got the call. You know what my first thought was? I need to finish this meeting first. I finished the meeting. By the time I got to the hospital, he was gone. And I never got to tell him so many things. I never got to thank him. I never got to say, I understand now why you look so tired. I never got to say, I'm sorry for judging you for not being more ambitious. Because you know what? My father, who died at 56, who never made much money, who worked in a factory his whole life, he came to every one of my soccer games. He taught me how to ride a bike. He was there. And me, with my corner office and my retirement account. I wasn't there for my own kids. My father was a better man than I ever was. And it took me 60 years to see it. So what does matter? After 68 years, after 40 years of chasing the wrong thing, here's what I finally understand. It's not the money. I have money, more than I need. And I'd give every penny for one more dinner with my ex-wife, for one more game of catch with my son, for one more terrible crayon drawing from my daughter. It's not the career achievements. I won awards, got my name on the wall. And you know what? Nobody cares. The firm moved on the day I retired. Someone else took my office. My legacy lasted about 3 weeks. What matters is the people, the moments, the small, ordinary things you think don't matter. Those are the only things that matter. I started learning this about 10 years ago. After the divorce, after my kids stopped calling, after I realized I'd built a whole life that was empty, and I started trying to fix it. I called my daughter, really called her, not the quick, how are you calls. I said, Emily, I'm sorry. I wasn't the father you deserved. I chose work over you, and that was wrong. She cried, I cried. We didn't fix everything that day, but it was a start. Now we talk once a week, real talks. She tells me about her kids, my grandchildren, I barely know, and I listen, really listen, not thinking about anything else, just present. And you know what? Those phone calls, those are the best part of my week now. Not the golf games, not the travel. The phone calls with my daughter, that's what I was chasing all along. I just didn't know it. I'm trying with my son too. It's harder with him. He's so much like I was. Busy, always working, always chasing the next thing. But I keep trying because maybe he'll figure it out sooner than I did. Maybe he won't waste 40 years. To the young people watching this, and I know some of you are, you think you have time. You don't. Not as much as you think. That job you're killing yourself for, it'll replace you in a week. That promotion you're sacrificing everything for, it won't make you happy, I promise. That money you're chasing, It can't buy back the moments you're missing right now. Your parents, if they're still alive, they won't be here forever. Call them, not next week, today. Your kids, if you have them, they're only young once. You can't pause childhood until you're less busy. It doesn't work that way. Your spouse, if you have one, they won't wait forever. Sarah waited 27 years, but eventually everyone stops waiting. Stop chasing the wrong thing. The corner office isn't worth it. The bigger paycheck isn't worth it. The respect of people who don't really know you isn't worth it. Chase the moments. Chase presence. Chase connection. That's the right thing. And if you figure that out now, at 25 or 35 or 45, you won't end up like me, 68 years old, living alone, with a box full of photographs of a life I was too busy to live. And to the people my age or close to it, I know what you're thinking. It's too late for me. I already made the mistakes. It's not too late. I'm living proof. I didn't fix everything. My marriage is over. I can't get those years back. But my relationship with my daughter, that's healing. My son, we're talking more. My grandkids, I'm getting to know them now. It's not what it could have been if I'd done it right the first time, but it's something. And something is so much better than nothing. You still have today. Make the call you've been putting off. Write the letter you've been meaning to write. Take the trip you've been postponing. Say the words you've been holding back. Whatever time you have left, don't waste it. I'm 68. If I'm lucky, maybe I've got 10 more years. Maybe 15. Maybe less. I don't know. But I'm not wasting another day chasing the wrong thing. I'm done chasing. Now, I'm just trying to be present for whoever will still have me. That's my story. 40 years wasted and about 10 years of finally living. I'm telling you this because maybe it'll save you some time. Maybe you won't waste 40 years like I did. Maybe you'll figure it out while there's still time to do something about it. The wrong thing is easy to chase because society applauds you for it. Your boss rewards you for it. People respect you for it. But at the end, when you're my age, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is whether you loved and were loved. Whether you were there for the people who needed you. Whether you chose people over things, presence over productivity, connection over achievement. Choose wisely. Because you only get one life, and it goes so fast, faster than you can imagine. One day, you're 28, holding a briefcase full of ambition, and then you blink, and you're 68, holding photographs full of regret. Don't let that be you, please. Now, if this story meant something to you, if it made you think about your own life, I need you to do something for me. Share this video. Send it to someone who's working too much. Send it to your friend who keeps saying, I'll spend time with my kids when things slow down. Send it to your sibling who's chasing a promotion instead of living their life. Sometimes we need to hear the truth from a stranger before we can hear it from the people who love us. And if you want to hear more stories like this, real stories from real people who've lived long enough to know what matters, subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell because there are more of us with wisdom to share, with mistakes to confess, with warnings to give. And we're running out of time to tell you. And here's the most important part. If you have your own story, drop it in the comments below. Maybe you're 45 and you just realized you're making the same mistake I made. Maybe you're 70 and you wish you'd done something differently. Maybe you're 30 and you're trying to figure out what actually matters. Share your story because someone needs to hear it. Someone out there is exactly where you were. And your words might be what saves them. We're building something here, a place where people tell the truth before it's too late, a place where wisdom gets passed down, not from books or experts, but from people who lived it. Be part of that. And most importantly, when you close this video, when you go back to your regular life, don't forget what you heard here. Make the call. Skip the extra meeting. Go home early. Put down your phone and actually talk to your family. Say I love you to someone who needs to hear it. Do it today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when things calm down. Today, because I'm 68 and I'm telling you, tomorrow isn't promised and later might never come. Don't chase the wrong thing. Life's too short. And the people you love won't wait forever. Thank you for listening to an old man ramble about his regrets. I really hope you do better than I did. You still have time. Use it wisely.